Supernatural powers. Have you ever felt that you have some special powers or something controlling that no one has? With that power, you can change the world or your life and the world around you. Everyone, at some point in time, would have thought about some powers depending upon their problems or desires. Especially when you are a kid, you imagine extraordinary faculties that will fulfill your aspirations. For instance, if you could fly, or if you could be invisible, or you could see things from a distance, or you could hear what others are thinking. This is called need for power, a term that was popularized by renowned psychologist David McClelland in 1961. McClelland defines the need for power as a desire for power either to control other people for own goals or to achieve higher goals for the greater good. This phenomenon of having dissimilar powers than usual are called as supernatural powers, could also referred as supernormal, paranormal, otherworldly, occult, preternatural, unearthly, psychic, superhuman. What are supernatural powers? Supernatural powers are powers that are believed to exist or happen, but are impossible to explain by science. They are often associated with non-physical entities, such as angels, demons, gods, and spirits. Beliefs in supernatural powers are vast and vary across cultures, religions, and folklore. There's no set number of how many such powers exist in the world, or people believe in, as each culture and belief system brings its own list of abilities that are considered supernatural. The supernatural term is derived from medieval Latin supernaturalis, from Latin super that means above, beyond, or outside of, plus natura means nature. Although the corollary term nature has had multiple meanings since the ancient world, the term supernatural emerged in the Middle Ages. Here are some common categories and examples of supernatural powers around the world. Mind control and manipulation. Hypnosis. Hypnosis often brings to mind a state of deep concentration, focus, and trance, which can be visually striking. You could hypnotize someone to control their actions and perceptions. Mind reading. Understanding others' thoughts. Though it is not proven scientifically, there are some practices people claim we can use to understand behavior, such as based on another person's verbal and nonverbal cues, we can accurately infer his or her thoughts and feelings. It involves paying close attention to body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and verbal content. While not true mind reading, it can be highly effective in understanding others. Mentalists often use cold reading, hot reading, and other techniques to gather information about their audience and then present it in a way that suggests they know their thoughts. Psychokinesis or telekinesis means controlling or moving objects with the mind. Telekinesis is the supposed ability to move objects or influence physical systems without any physical contact. It's often associated with paranormal or psychic abilities. While there have been many claims and demonstrations of telekinesis throughout history, there is currently no scientific evidence to support its existence. Many of the reported cases can be explained by tricks, illusions, or misinterpretations. Despite the lack of scientific evidence, telekinesis remains a popular topic in science fiction, fantasy, and paranormal investigations. Shapeshifting and werewolf. Transforming into animals. Werewolf lore is a part of European folklore that involves the idea of a human who can transform into a wolf or a wolf-human hybrid. Werewolves may transform at will, or they may be cursed or bitten by another werewolf and transform. The transformation may happen on a full moon, or it may be aided by an enchanted cloak or sash. When a person transforms into a werewolf, their bones may change shape and elongate, sometimes causing their skin to rupture. The result is a creature that is part human and part wolf. The concept of werewolves originated in Europe and spread to the New World during colonialism. Werewolves are a common subject in fiction, including folklore, fairy tales, horror, and fantasy. Immortality and regeneration. Everlasting life. Never aging or dying, as believed in some spiritual traditions. This is the idea of a physical body living forever, without aging or dying from natural causes. Indian mythology is rich with tales of immortals, known as Chiranjeevi. These beings are believed to have attained a state of near immortality, living far beyond the ordinary human lifespan. Hanuman. The devoted follower of Lord Rama, Hanuman is perhaps the most well-known immortal figure in Hindu mythology. He is believed to still reside in the Himalayas, waiting for the return of Lord Ram. Parashuram. The sixth avatar of Vishnu. Parashuram is said to be immortal due to a boon granted by Lord Shiv. Ashwathama. The son of Guru Dronacharya. Ashwathama was cursed with immortality after the Kurukshetra war. He is said to wander the earth, a tragic figure eternally bound to his mortal form. Vyas. The sage who compiled the Mahabharata and the Ved. Vyas is considered a Chiranjeevi. He is believed to guide humanity spiritually, even in the present age. Vibhishan. The brother of Ravan, chose righteousness over family and joined Ram's side in the Ramayana. He was granted immortality as a reward for his loyalty. Kripacharya. A renowned warrior and teacher, Kripacharya was granted immortality due to his unwavering devotion to duty. Mahabali. The benevolent demon king, Mahabali was banished to the netherworld but was granted immortality and allowed to rule over the underworld. Beside these Chiranjeevi, the Greek gods and goddesses were immortal beings who lived on Mount Olympus. Some heroes, like Achilles, were granted immortality or divine status after their deaths. The Roman gods were immortal beings. Roman heroes, like Romulus and Remus, were often associated with divine origins and immortality. Rapid healing. Rapid healing is a power found in various myths and folklore from around the world. Many heroes, gods, and mythical creatures are said to have the ability to heal quickly or even instantly from injuries. Asclepius. Asclepius, from Greek mythology, the god of medicine and healing, was believed to possess the power to cure any illness and heal injuries, even bringing people back from the dead. The phoenix from Greek and Egyptian mythology. Phoenix is a legendary bird associated with fire and regeneration. According to myth, when the phoenix reached the end of its life, it would burst into flames and be reborn from its ashes. This cycle of death and rebirth makes it a powerful symbol of rapid healing and resurrection, with its life continually renewing. Cuchulainn from Irish mythology. Cuchulainn, an Irish warrior hero, was known for his battle frenzy, or Ryastrad. In this state, he would heal extremely quickly and become almost invulnerable. Legends say that he could continue fighting even after receiving severe wounds, his body regenerating so rapidly that it was difficult for his enemies to inflict lasting damage. Amaterasu from Japanese mythology. The sun goddess Amaterasu is associated with vitality and life. Although not typically a warrior herself, her mere presence was said to promote growth and recovery for her followers. Her mythological connection to sunlight symbolically represents rapid healing and rejuvenation for those under her protection. Huangdi, the Yellow Emperor in Chinese mythology. Huangdi, a legendary Chinese ruler and mythological figure, was believed to possess healing powers that enabled him to recover quickly and even cure others. He is credited with inventing traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and herbal remedies, symbolizing his superhuman knowledge and abilities in healing. Vajrayana Buddhist deities. In Tibetan and Vajrayana Buddhist traditions, certain deities, like Vajrapani or Tara, are believed to have the power of rapid healing, helping devotees overcome physical and mental suffering. These deities are invoked for quick recovery from illness or injuries, embodying divine healing. These examples from mythology and folklore illustrate humanity's long-standing fascination with the idea of superhuman healing, representing themes of resilience, immortality, and divine intervention that transcend time and culture. Divine or magical powers. Miracles. Supernatural acts that defy natural laws, often associated with deities. A miracle is a supernatural act, or something that is beyond or above nature. Some examples of miracles include: Jesus heals a paralyzed man, Jesus heals the servant's ear. The great philosopher Saint Ramanuj performed a miracle by installing the idol of Vishnu at the Melkote temple, which had been desecrated and taken away by invaders. Despite the idol being in a distant land, Ramanuj brought it back to its rightful place, demonstrating divine will and the power of faith and devotion. According to Hindu legend, the sacred river Ganga was brought down from the heavens to earth by King Bhagirat to cleanse his ancestors' sins. Lord Shiv miraculously controlled Ganga's powerful descent by catching it in his matted locks to prevent it from destroying the earth. The river Ganga's descent symbolizes divine grace and spiritual cleansing. In the Mahabharata, Draupadi is publicly humiliated in the Kaurav court when Dushasan tries to disrobe her. She prays to Lord Krishna, who miraculously extends her sari, making it endless and protecting her honor. This miracle is celebrated as an act of divine intervention in the face of injustice. Magic or sorcery. Magic or sorcery has been a part of human culture and mythology for centuries, encompassing a wide range of practices, rituals, and beliefs centered around manipulating supernatural forces or invoking powers beyond the physical world. In Western mythology, magic often appears in the form of witchcraft, alchemy, and spellcasting. Figures like Merlin from Arthurian legends, Circe from Greek mythology, and the Norse god Odin are examples of characters known for their magical abilities, each employing magic to shape fate, transform objects, or gain knowledge. Middle Eastern magic. Middle Eastern tales, sorcery includes flying carpets, genies or jinn, granting wishes, and powerful curses and charms. This form of magic is deeply entwined with religious and supernatural beliefs, especially the powers of good and evil spirits. Eastern practices. In Hindu and Buddhist lore, magic appears as siddhi, or supernatural abilities gained through spiritual discipline. These include levitation, telepathy, and other miraculous powers. Chinese folklore features Taoist sorcery, involving charms, talismans, and spells used to influence fate and protect against spirits. White magic versus black magic. Magic is often categorized as either benevolent, white magic, or malevolent, black magic. White magic involves healing, protection, and blessings, often performed by priests, shamans, or wise women to help others. Black magic is associated with curses, hexes, and the manipulation of dark forces, often used to cause harm or to gain personal power. Alchemy. In medieval Europe and the Islamic world, alchemy was seen as both a scientific and magical pursuit. Alchemists aimed to turn base metals into gold and discover the elixir of life. Figures like Paracelsus in Europe and Jabir ibn Hayyan in the Islamic world blended chemistry, spirituality, and mysticism. Extrasensory perception, ESP. Telepathy. Communicating mind-to-mind without speech. Telepathy is the purported ability to communicate with another person's mind without using any known physical or sensory means. It's often categorized as a form of extrasensory perception, ESP. Many of the reported cases can be explained by psychological factors, misinterpretation, or deliberate deception. Despite the lack of scientific evidence, telepathy remains a fascinating concept that continues to spark curiosity and debate. Precognition. knowing events before they happen. In Hindu tradition, sage Vyas, the revered writer of the Mahabharata, is said to have possessed the power of precognition, the ability to foresee future events. Vyas is depicted as fully aware of the catastrophic consequences of the Kurukshetra war long before it began. He saw the inevitable path of enmity and violence between the Pandav and Kaurav. Psychometry. Gaining knowledge by touching objects. Psychometry, also known as token object reading, is a purported psychic ability in which a person can obtain information about an object's history or the experiences associated with it by touching it. People who claim to have this ability say they can read the object's past, including its owners, its history, and significant events that have occurred in its presence, through sensory impressions, emotions, or visions. How psychometry works, according to believers. Psychometry is based on the belief that objects retain an energetic imprint from people who have come into contact with them or from significant events associated with the object. When a psychometrist holds or touches the object, they believe they can access this stored energy and gather insights through images, emotions, sounds, or even physical sensations. Spirit communication and necromancy. Mediumship, communicating with spirits of the dead. Mediumship is the practice of purportedly mediating communication between spirits, or spirits of the dead, and living human beings. Practitioners are known as mediums, or spirit mediums. Time manipulation. Time travel. Time travel, the concept of journeying to the past or future, has captivated human imagination for centuries. It's a popular theme in science fiction, often depicted in movies and books. While time travel remains a speculative concept, some theories in physics suggest it might be possible under specific circumstances. Wormholes. These hypothetical tunnels in space-time could potentially connect distant regions of the universe, or even different points in time. Warp drive. This concept, often explored in science fiction, involves warping space-time to create a shortcut through the universe, potentially allowing for faster-than-light travel and time travel. Black holes. Some theories suggest that falling into a black hole could lead to time dilation, or even travel to alternate timelines. While there's no concrete historical evidence of time travel, there are many intriguing stories and legends that have been interpreted as potential time travel incidents. However, most of these can be explained by other factors like misidentification, misinterpretation, or urban legends. Here are some of the most famous alleged time travel incidents. The Philadelphia experiment. This controversial experiment, supposedly conducted by the U.S. Navy in 1943, involved making a warship invisible. Some accounts claim that the ship accidentally traveled through time and space, disappearing and reappearing in a different location. The Montauk Project. This alleged government project, supposedly conducted at Camp Hero on Long Island, involved experiments in time travel, mind control, and teleportation. Andrew Carlson. This man claimed to be a time traveler from the year 2256 who traveled back to the 1980s to profit from future knowledge of the stock market. The Moberly-Jourdain Incident. In 1911, two academics claimed to have experienced a time slip while visiting the Palace of Versailles, witnessing historical events as if they were happening in real time. Enhanced physical abilities. Super strength, extraordinary physical power. Super speed, moving faster than normally possible. Enhanced senses, extremely heightened sight, hearing, or smell. There are some historical and mythological examples of enhanced physical abilities. Achilles, Greek mythology. Achilles, a central figure in Homer's Iliad, was known for his unmatched speed, strength, and combat skills. He was nearly invincible due to being dipped in the river Styx as an infant, with only his heel remaining vulnerable. The Persian Immortals, Persian Empire. The Immortals, were an elite fighting force in the Achaemenid Empire, numbering 10,000 highly trained warriors who were seen as nearly invincible due to their skill, discipline, and endurance in battle. Sigurd, Siegfried, Norse and Germanic mythology. Sigurd, the dragon slayer from the Volsunga saga and German Nibelungenlied, was said to have gained superhuman strength and invulnerability after bathing in the blood of the dragon Fafnir, whom he defeated in battle. Bhim, Hindu epic, the Mahabharata. Bhim, one of the Pandav brothers, was known for his prodigious strength, said to rival that of 100 elephants. His feats included slaying numerous powerful demons, lifting immense weights, and holding off entire armies single-handedly. Milo of Croton, ancient Greece. Milo was an Olympic wrestler known for his extraordinary strength. He reportedly trained by carrying a calf on his shoulders daily until it grew into a full-grown bull, demonstrating his physical endurance and power. Hercules or Heracles, Greek mythology. Known for his incredible strength, Heracles is one of the most famous Greek heroes. He performed the 12 labors, which included feats like slaying the Nemean lion, whose skin was impenetrable, capturing the Erymanthian boar, and holding up the heavens for a brief time. Astral projection and out-of-body experiences. Astral travel, also known as astral projection, is the purported ability to project one's consciousness outside of the physical body. It's a concept that has been explored in various spiritual and mystical traditions throughout history. Luck and probability manipulation. Good luck charms. Objects believed to bring fortune. Probability alteration. Controlling chance or luck. Control of elements. Elementalism. Pyrokinesis. Control over fire. Hydrokinesis. Manipulation of water. Aerokinesis. Commanding air or wind. Geokinesis. Controlling earth and minerals. Elementalism, or the control of elements, is a common theme in fiction, fantasy, and mythology. It involves the ability to manipulate and control the fundamental elements of the natural world, such as fire, water, earth, air, and sometimes additional elements like lightning or ice. Greek mythology, gods like Hephaestus, fire, and Poseidon, water, had dominion over elements. Lord Shiv. Shiv is often associated with the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. He is depicted as a fiery deity, capable of consuming the universe with his fiery wrath. Through yogic practices, Shiv is believed to have attained mastery over the elements, allowing him to control them at will. Indra. Indra, the king of the Dev, wields the thunderbolt Vajra, a powerful weapon associated with lightning and thunder. He is also the god of rain and storms, capable of unleashing torrential downpours and devastating lightning strikes. Agni. Agni is the personification of fire, a powerful and destructive force. He is worshipped as a sacred fire in Hindu rituals, consuming offerings and connecting the human realm with the divine. Varun. Varun is the cosmic water deity, controlling the oceans, rivers, and rain. He is also associated with truth and cosmic order, and his wrath can manifest as floods and droughts. Vayu. Vayu is the personification of wind, a powerful and invisible force. He is associated with both creation and destruction, capable of gentle breezes or devastating storms. These are just a few examples of deities in Indian mythology who possess control over the elements. The concept of elemental control is deeply ingrained in Indian culture and philosophy, and it continues to inspire and fascinate people today. Invisibility and intangibility. Phasing. Passing through solid objects. Invisibility. Becoming unseen by others. Invisibility appears in many mythological traditions as a prized power that allows heroes, gods, or magical beings to move unseen, hide from enemies, or slip past obstacles. This ability is often bestowed by enchanted objects, divine intervention, or through magical skills. Here are some notable examples of invisibility in mythology across cultures. The Cap of Invisibility, Greek mythology. Also known as the Helm of Hades, this magical cap rendered the wearer invisible and was associated with Hades, the god of the underworld. Perseus used it to evade the gaze of Medusa after decapitating her. The Ring of Gyges, Greek mythology. The Ring of Gyges, a myth recounted by the philosopher Plato, granted its wearer the ability to become invisible at will. Tarnkappa, Germanic and Norse mythology. The Tarnkappa, or Cloak of Invisibility, is featured in Norse and Germanic myths, particularly in the Nibelungenlied, an epic poem. It is worn by the hero Siegfried, allowing him to become invisible and gain a tactical advantage in battle. Sleipnir's Shroud of Invisibility, Norse mythology. Sleipnir, Odin's eight-legged horse, had the ability to travel between realms and could move undetected, essentially rendering Odin invisible while riding it. The Cloak of Arthur's Knights, Arthurian legend. In some versions of the Arthurian legends, a cloak of invisibility is possessed by certain knights, sometimes even by King Arthur himself. One such cloak is said to have been used by Gawain, one of Arthur's most loyal knights. The Kanawa, Japanese mythology. The Kanawa, or metal ring, is a magical tool in Japanese folklore that allows its wearer to become invisible. The story of the Kanawa appears in tales of Onmyoji, or Japanese sorcerers, who used it to gain an advantage over supernatural beings or rival sorcerers. Supernatural powers, abilities that defy natural laws and extend beyond human limitations, have fascinated humanity for centuries. From mythological tales to religious texts and folk legends, supernatural powers are often depicted as gifts granted by deities, nature, or mysterious forces, allowing individuals to perform incredible feats. In modern storytelling, from literature to film, supernatural abilities have evolved to reflect deeper themes, questions about human potential, the allure of the unknown, and the complexities of power. Whether seen as blessings or curses, supernatural powers are a profound reminder of humanity's enduring fascination with the extraordinary and its desire to transcend ordinary limitations.